In the present video, I'm going to talk about Maxima files. I did mention something about files in the previous video about cells, but we're going to go into more detail this time. This is a Maxima interface that brand new that I just opened up. And so if you start typing in commands in here, for example, I'm going to try like expand x minus y, right arrow times x minus 2 times x times y, backspace here, plus y square. Control enter. So I took these two polynomials, x minus y is a binomial, and then this polynomial, and I got this complex polynomial, right? So now I want to factor that. You can type factor. That's another command in Maxima. And then use the percentage symbol. The percentage symbol means the most recent, the immediately before output, which will be this result. And so if I do Shift Enter here, I get something similar to what I have here. I got, except for some reason it likes to put the y in front of the x, and so instead of having x squared minus 2xy plus y squared, you get y squared minus 2xy plus x. And then instead of having x minus y here, you get y minus x with a minus sign. This is the up to the criteria of Maxima. There's nothing I can do. So I am creating a little file here with some examples. And suppose that I say, well, substitute parenthesis x equal 2 in the previous result, control enter. And so x equal 2 got replaced right there, got replaced like right here and here. And so I got this file with two commands. It's very simple, but I want to save it. And you say, okay, well, this is going to be, you're going to go save as. And I have a folder here that I'm using, and I'm going to call it, here where it says on title, I'm going to remove that and say like, my first example. So you got that file saved in there. If you close the interface right here, your file is available. If you open a new Maxima file, a new Maxima interface, just close the tip of the day. You can go to open document and find that my first example, and it's ready to be done again. And you do notice that the input numbering has been removed because it's starting anew. Okay, so you still have the old outputs, but you could remove that output if you go to Maxima, I'm sorry, cell, remove all output. And then you get only the inputs, but without any numbering yet. And you could go and say, I think it's Maxima, or is it cell? So yeah, it's cell. And you can say, okay, evaluate all cells. And it goes and does that for you. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is Maxima, restart Maxima, cell, remove all output. And then I'm going to put the cursor right here, and I'm going to go to cell and say evaluate cells above. And so above factor, there's only one cell, so it evaluates only that one. Where the current cursor is located, I could go to cell and say evaluate cells below. And so it evaluated everything below that particular point. So there are some of the things that you can do with the cell menu when you have a folder that you, or a file that you brought out from something that has been saved. If I go here and say open, for example, my equations example, I don't know what I did with this one, so let's open it up. And I have a lot of stuff in there, okay? I was just playing with Maxima and started solving equations. Let's go to cell and say remove all output, okay? And if you want to evaluate every cell one by one, you can just click in the first one and say Shift Enter. Click in the next one, Shift Enter. I was trying to use the command solve to solve an equation equal to 0, it's assumed. This is solving a set of equations, and it turns out that there is several set of solutions for that, including some that are complex. The complex number I is represented by percentage I. And so suppose that I go here and I click here and say, well, I want to solve this 5 at the top of me, and you go cell, evaluate cells above, and it did. And then I'm gonna go down here and say evaluate cells below. And I got some situation that I cannot continue because there's an error. Anyway, I just wanted to illustrate here the use of an existing file. You can save files using save or save as. Save if you already have a name, sorry, or save as if you want to do a new number or new name, sorry. And open recent will be the recent file that I have been working. And I just wanted to show you this brief information about files in Maxima. And with that, we're going to stop this particular video.